Heroes of the past, early comic book movies. These films were the first attempts to bring the colorful and action-packed world of comic books to the silver screen. Early comic book movies were simple. They didn't have the advanced special effects we see today, but they had a charm of their own. They showed us heroes fighting villains. The stories were straightforward, often depicting the classic battle between good and evil. These movies were like comic books come to life. They captured the imagination of audiences, bringing beloved characters from the pages to the screen. They were fun and exciting for audiences. People would flock to theaters to see their favorite heroes in action, experiencing the thrill of the adventure. One example is the 1941 Adventures of Captain Marvel serial. This film was groundbreaking for its time, showcasing impressive stunts and special effects. It was a big hit. Audiences were captivated by the thrilling storyline and the larger-than-life hero. The action scenes were new and amazing for that time. They set a standard for future superhero films, showing what was possible with creativity and innovation. People loved seeing their favorite heroes on the big screen. It was a new way to experience the stories they loved, making the characters feel more real. These early movies set the stage for later superhero films. They laid the foundation for the blockbuster hits we enjoy today. They showed us that comic books could be more than just comics. They could be transformed into exciting visual spectacles that entertained and inspired. They could be exciting movies too. These early adaptations paved the way for the rich and diverse superhero genre we see in cinemas today. Origins and evils, the birth of superheroes and villains. This fascinating journey begins in the pages of comic books, where imagination knows no bounds. Superhero movies often tell origin stories. These tales captivate audiences, showing the transformation of ordinary individuals into extraordinary beings. We see how the hero gets their powers. It's a moment of revelation, a turning point that changes their destiny forever. Like Superman comes from Krypton and has super strength. His story is one of survival and hope, a beacon of light in dark times. Spider-Man is bitten by a spider and can climb walls. Villains are important too. They challenge the hero, pushing them to their limits. The Joker is Batman's enemy, a symbol of chaos. His unpredictable nature makes him a formidable foe. Lex Luthor is Superman's rival, using his mind for evil. His intellect and resources make him a dangerous adversary. These stories teach us about good versus evil. They reflect our own struggles and the choices we make. Heroes show us courage and responsibility. They inspire us to be better, to stand up for what is right. Villains remind us that there are consequences for bad actions. Their stories serve as a warning, a reminder of the darker paths we can take. Superman takes flight, special effects and representation. 1978's Superman was a game changer. The special effects were groundbreaking. Seeing Superman fly felt real. It made people believe a man could fly. This movie also showed us a powerful hero who looked like us. Christopher Reeve as Superman gave hope to many. He showed that anyone could be a hero. Superman paved the way for more diverse superheroes. Black Panther and Captain Marvel are great examples. These movies show that heroes can come from anywhere. Dark Knights and Anti-Heroes, a new era of realism. The Dark Knight trilogy brought a new tone to superhero movies. It wasn't just about the action and the spectacle anymore. These films were darker and more realistic. They portrayed a world that felt closer to our own, filled with shadows and moral ambiguity. They dealt with complex issues like terrorism and justice. These were not just superhero problems, but real-world issues that resonated with audiences. We saw heroes with flaws like Batman. He wasn't invincible, he was human with all the vulnerabilities that come with it. He struggles with his anger and the desire for revenge. This made him relatable. His internal battles were as significant as his external ones. Audiences connected with his internal struggle. They saw a bit of themselves in his fight against his own demons. Anti-heroes like Deadpool became popular. They brought a new kind of character to the forefront. They are not perfect heroes. They have their own set of rules and often operate outside the law. They are selfish and break the rules, yet their unpredictability and rawness make them fascinating to watch, but they can still do good. Their actions, though unconventional, often lead to positive outcomes. This complexity makes them interesting. It adds layers to their character, making their stories richer and more engaging.